All right. UFC. We're back with UFC. I haven't streamed this in. I think we did it last week. We did a little bit last week. But they've made some big changes to UFC that are some spectacular changes. See, this is the big thing with UFC. When we ask for stuff, we actually get the stuff that we're asking for. And there's been requests for to make the game a little bit more involved, so it's a little bit more immersive when you play. And they've done that in two different ways. Plus, they added something major that I am so very excited about. It is, you can now autoplay. You can turn, oh shit, the raids aren't running. You can turn autoplay on and off now. When's the next giveaway? I'm going to double up giveaways. I leave for vacation next Thursday, so I'll be out for almost 2 weeks. But I'll probably try to stream at least once or twice while I was gone, where I'm gone. I don't know what kind of quality they'll be, but that's the plan, to try to stream while I'm gone. And if we do it, we'll do two giveaways, one on Twitter and then one on Twitch. And we'll just have to see how well the actual stream works, how well it works. Now, I've got so much shit in the works right now, trying to get this stuff ready. Fall training is supposed to start July 25th, and I backed everything up a week, so no training next week because I'm gone. It starts the Saturday I leave, and we're just letting the assistants run it for 3 teams. And that's all happening. And then what else? Got so free points. We'll open some victory packs. Got so many packs to open. We're just putting this stuff off. 212 victory packs. We'll open one. Daily rewards. Just going through all this. But yeah, we'll do both giveaways while I'm out of town, just to do it. Tactical football game is coming. It's been out for a while from other areas. Tactical football. It's similar to what FIFA Mobile was before FIFA Mobile became FIFA Mobile. If you played FIFA Mobile before it was FIFA Mobile, when it was EA, I think it was called EA Tactical Football, where it was just strategy and playing. I think that's what's coming. Four logins. We need to rank up 2 fighters. We need to finish a bunch of shit. And do all of our daily stuff. So I want to talk about the changes that we've seen in the game once I go ahead and claim all my stuff for the day. The gameplay has changed dramatically. We'll pick an event and we'll just do an easy one. Okay, so we now have the ability to autoplay, which, especially for some of the shittier fights, it is so good to be able to turn it on. So now we're in autoplay mode. The only problem with autoplay is when your abilities kick in, you still have to press the buttons on the screen. So you can't just not pay attention to be able to do it. This is a pretty difficult match, so I don't know how this is going to go. He's stunned, and he just put his hands up while he was stunned. So it's definitely not the most effective, but it is playing on purpose. See, still have to press things. eFootball Mobile, no. Not at all. Here, we're going to actually play. Here's the other big change, is you see these buttons that pop up on the side. We now have ability buttons that we have to use to be able to get their special abilities to kick in, which is fantastic, which makes it so much more difficult to play. As long as you're paying attention and you're really doing it. The quality, though, is so much better than it was. Rather than just punch, 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 win the match. They've added so many things over the last couple of months to make it. There is a handicap skew, so a fighter that's 1,000 health points versus a 1,000 health point AI fighter, the 1,000 health point AI fighter is going to have a lot more stamina and control compared to what you have. So it's everything skewed. So even if the numbers are equal, you've got to be on your game to be able to finish them out. But it just seems to be playing so much better now too. I mean, there's always stuff that can be done to the game, but I've been happy with it. There's just a few things in this that EA are doing that should be implemented into other games, like FIFA Mobile. The one big thing is during the last event, it was all about you had to play so many matches a day. There were paths you could follow. See, this is the event. This was out for 3 weeks, I think. And each day you had to run through it. You had to fight everybody in this map every day and get all the way through the map to earn the max amount of rewards. And then you took those rewards and you could draw for players in like a player wheel, similar to FIFA Mobile, but in this it was just luck of the draw for the champions. And you didn't know what you were going to get. And once you claimed them, they were taken away, but you still had all of those rewards to claim. And when the event was over, they released an event pass that you could buy with UFC points, which are kind of like the UFC version of FIFA points, because that's why they're UFC points. And you could unlock the event for as long as the game was for as long as you want, until you complete the event. So basically what they did, let's say you wanted to be able to claim all of the players in the player wheel from, what was it, treasure hunt. Okay, so you have all 10 wheels on, 10 players on the treasure hunt. And each day you log in and you play your skill games and you earn your tokens. And it's like every 3 days you can spin the wheel and try to grab a player. And then the event lasts 3 weeks and then it's done. What they've done with UFC is when the event is over, they said, okay, you can buy a pass to leave that event open and unlocked forever. And you can play it every day to your heart's content until you earn all of the available rewards. So it adds a grinding element to the game, and it gives you a chance to pay to get access to everything. Now, what's even better is in FIFA Mobile, we have FIFA points and gems. And gems are free, and you earn them as you play. FIFA points you have to buy. In UFC, there's no gems. It's just UFC points. So as long as you don't waste your UFC points and you take everything that you earn every day in all of your quests and in the events and you hoard them, then you can use those to buy access to the events all the way through. So UFC 276, I get to play every single day until I earn all of the rewards. And you use these UFC points, which I still have 500 of. And now it's listed under the archive. So here's the pass. It's 500 UFC points, which takes, I don't know, 500 UFC points can take you just a couple of weeks to earn. So if you hold on to those UFC points, when stuff like this pops up, you can just buy it. Or you can, you can buy UFC points the same way we buy FIFA points. But 500 UFC points is $5. And you can earn UFC points. Here, we'll look. Like today's daily, you're going to earn 10 UFC points a day. I think that's the only quest that gives out UFC points. Once you complete all of UFC 276, though, once you complete all of the quests, you get your 500 UFC points back. It's done so much better. Let's see, what else? Career, the guild. We get 10 UFC points a day in the guild, too, for the guild quests every day. So 20 UFC points a day just from that. So in a week, it's 140 UFC points a week without UFC points coming in from events. And as long as you don't use them and you just hoard them, and then you gain access to events to play forever, it adds what we don't have in anything else. Like, I would continue to play Treasure Hunt until we earned all of the wheel players. And, you know, as you continue to move forward and you gained and gathered those wheel players, their values would drop. They wouldn't be worth a whole lot. But it's just the difference. There's no market in this game, so you can't buy and sell champions. I don't think they'll ever implement that in. And I've got guides for this game now, but the guides are more about gameplay strategy than anything. I've got a video in the works right now explaining the ability buttons that I just haven't finished yet. But the events that get released in this game, they're not very... They're kind of straightforward. They're not like we have in FIFA Mobile where you have a lot of choices. Why don't they make similar changes to FIFA? I think this game's still in its infancy, I guess. It's very, very early on, and they just haven't. They're still trying to get people interested in it. Like, FIFA Mobile had free FIFA points in the first couple of seasons, and then they added gems once the game got large enough that they knew they could make money off of it. Right now, this is more about keeping people interested than making cash. Brock Lesnar, he would be a icon, and I don't think he's in here yet. That doesn't mean they won't add him. Right now we have UFC Legends. This is basically like icons. This is what you have access to. I haven't even started this yet. This is where you get GSP, Saint Pierre. There's your UFC Legend. Every day you have training and MMA. There's just a lot. I mean, you can sit down and play this game for hours. And always have something to do, which is a big difference over FIFA Mobile, because there's always something going on in here. We need training. I think I have to level 2 more fighters up. but I'm slowly training 4 stars. You can only hold so much stuff in this game, and then there's like overflow, and every day you have stuff that times out. It's in the beginning, the game has always been pretty cool. I play it every day, but it's more mind-numbing than FIFA Mobile. It's a lot easier to stay relevant, and you don't fall behind because they still haven't unlocked player versus player. 15 minutes of FIFA a day, 3 hours of raid easily could more rest on. Yeah, this is yeah, I do this every morning. I only play it once a day for the most part. You have all the same elements as anything else. Player training, ranking. I think that's it. That's where... That's enough. That gets my training level fighters. So every day you have to play 10 fights, spend 200 energy, land 25 abilities, and then you have guild requirements every day too. This is pretty much like the guild is like your league. You have league requirements, and then in the game we have raids, which is like league versus league, and then every day your league plays against the AI in here. Eventually head-to-head's getting unlocked. In theory, raid is like a combination of both FIFA and UFC, mixture of both grinding element, the thinking aspect from UFC, player versus player from FIFA. Yes. But, I mean, if I'm being honest, raid's still my favorite. Raid is still my favorite game. Hands down, my favorite game. In fact, I think we should just switch right now and move to raid. Went to Temple Bar in Dublin. I'm so jealous. The best Guinness ever. See, I would love that. Would love a Guinness in Ireland. No, I've got a UFC video coming out probably in the next day over abilities and, well, the new ability button and the stun factor that came in. And then there's a FIFA Mobile video coming too. Temple Bar. All right. Let's switch over to raid here. Told you we're going to play everything today. All right. So we have this set up 1-to-1. What match are you watching? This is the women's Euros. All right, so same thing. We're not going anywhere. The stream's not ending. We're just gonna go to the end screen. So when this switches over to when it switches over to YouTube, it makes sense. But don't go anywhere. The stream's not ending. We'll be back in about 30 seconds or so. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making videos.